is your host, Holly, and it's time for a little teaser talk. Happy Hump Day, everyone. I am so excited to drop today's episode. I'm still dropping these amazing gems from Welcome to Rockville, which, as you all know, had taken place in Daytona Beach, Florida. And today's episode, I'm going to drop with Elias from Nonpoint. And I will have to say this, as a media person, I was very impressed. Not that I wasn't expecting anything less, just because, of course, I did my homework and saw how his interviews were prior to and just how he was as an individual. But, just being in person and, letting him know, like, hey, heads up, you guys, I was still recovering from my head-on collision that I was in like 2 weeks before that. And so I was very much of a space cadet. I was forgetting things. My short-term memory was awful. I would say the wrong words I'd say a word in my brain and then I would say something completely different out of my mouth. So, I told him that. I'm like, hey, heads up. Like, I'm not, on drugs or drunk or anything. I promise you, I'm just trying to recover still. And he had such a calming vibe from him. I don't know how to say that, but very chill. I immediately sat down and for our interview and I was just instantly relaxed. It's like some aura or something. I don't even know how to say it or anything like that, but he was absolutely amazing to interview. And I just appreciate him for being patient as I was, still trying to fumble through my words during that interview, but he rocked it on stage, or I say he, obviously they as well. The entire band did at Welcome to Rockville. But super excited to share with you guys this interview. Also, too, speaking of music festivals, you guys know already that we are partnered again with Danny Warmer Presents, and we are doing mini giveaways to Rocklahoma. So that, as you guys know, is the ultimate Labor Day party in Pryor, Oklahoma. So that is going to be August 30th through September 1st. And we've got some general admission weekend passes to give away. So you guys, make sure you head over to our Instagram at Teaser Talk to learn how you guys can enter to win. We're doing a total of 8 passes to be given away. And our current one that we're about to launch is going to be how to win a pair of tickets. So not just one, or tickets, a pair of passes. So not just one, but 2. So you guys head over to our Instagram and find out. But without further ado, enjoy this interview from Welcome to Rockville with Elias from Nonpoint.
Rocklahoma. America's biggest Labor Day party is back with the loudest lineup yet. This August 30th through September 1st in Pryor, Oklahoma. With, for the first time ever, Avenged Sevenfold, Slipknot, Disturbed, Evanescence, plus A Day to Remember, Lamb of God, and many more. Passes and camping on sale now at rocklahoma.com, starting at $10 down.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Rockville, day 2. I'm here with Elias from Nonpoint. How are you?
How you doing?
I am fantastic. I'm glad it's still brutally hot here, but I'm glad it's not as bad as yesterday.
Yeah, it's definitely nice. I just came from Vegas not too long ago, so
you know about that heat.
This is good. Happy about today.
That's awesome. So you guys rocked the stage earlier today. What are some standout moments that you saw in the crowd?
All the crowd surfing. It was pretty crazy. The staff definitely, security got their, their money's worth. we definitely got our money's worth with security today because they were catching people left and right. It was fun.
Yeah, day 2, people are starting to get kind of a little more rowdy, more comfortable. And as the day progresses, of course, more people progress. And I was watching Flat Black had played right before you guys. And, starting out, it was everyone's like, yeah, this is good. And then toward the end, there was banana crowd surfers. There was the scream guys.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so now people are starting to warm up. So they were ready for you guys to hit the stage after them. So as far as festivals, what is your favorite aspect of being a part of a dynamic music festival such as Welcome to Rockville? And what is it like to perform where all kinds of people from all over places of the world come together and celebrate music?
It's great. I love the big stages. I love having all the real estate on stage to run around and be crazy. And then, people, this is an iconic venue. So there's so much history here. And so many people have come in and out of the Daytona Speedway that, being here is pretty awe-inspiring. So,
Yeah.
and then seeing familiar faces backstage and, you know, happy faces out in front of you. It's a great experience.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal. Everyone's been so nice and kind.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's always, but you know, I feel like a lot of people think of like metal music scene, everyone's mean and aggressive, and we're just a bunch of teddy bears out here.
Oh yeah. Don't let the tattoos fool you.
Correct. So Nonpoint has been described as masters and pioneers of the new metal / rap rock world. How do you see the band's evolution within that genre? And what elements in your music and performances do you believe have resonated the most with your dedicated fan base over the years?
I think they like that bounce that we have. You know, there's a non-point groove that we like to lay down. I think that's what they expect and they gravitate to the most.
Mm-hmm.
Evolution of our sound, it comes and goes with the times, and you know, we definitely have our sound, but we like to, you know, we're artists. We like to play with clay and play with sand, and we like to paint. So you know, we're not too stubborn that we won't try new things and try new styles. But there's always going to be that underlining, you know, non-point sound.
For sure. Is there a genre that you want to kind of dabble into or experiment with bringing into your music?
I really like EDM. I grew up on EDM and hip hop. You know, there's already hip hop elements in, but with a lot of the EDM textures, I really like a lot of the tones and the way they play with frequency a lot in their music. And it really doesn't always have to do with notes. It has to do with, you know, sucking the air out of the room and then just kicking them in the chest shortly after. So it's like it's definitely got its a roller coaster feel that I always gravitate towards.
Yeah, and I feel like it's also like the sky's the limit with that.
Yeah.
There's so many possibilities.
Yeah. So many different sounds you can play with.
So the music industry obviously has witnessed Nonpoint's legendary performances and the impact your anthems have on audiences. How do you approach crafting songs that connect deeply with listeners and have the power to transform lives?
Choice of words and choice of space, I think is our key. You know, saying the right thing is always great, and then, you know, saying it the right way with melody always helps. But being able to ebb and flow with you know, not only sound but silence, I think is what really gives our effective style.
That's a great way of saying it. Yeah, I love that. So the chemistry within Nonpoint is palpable on stage. Like, it's incredible. How do you guys maintain that camaraderie and that synergy while performing so many festivals, so many tours?
You know, we do our best to commune, and I think we've been friends and you know, business partners for so many years that, you know, we know our quirks. So, you know, there's that ability to see past a bad day, I think. You know, when you've been friends as long as we have, so I think that's where the secret lies.
You know, and I've asked that question a little slightly different to a lot of the artists that I've had the pleasure of interviewing here, and a lot of the major successful bands like yourself. I feel like that's a commonality. Like, there's a point where you have to grow and be mature and put ego aside and really not just necessarily have to be the hero, but there's some points where you're like, you know what, I'm going to step back and let this person come in. So I think it's awesome to kind of see how bands go from, you know, not for you guys, but typically, you know, you have the young guys that come in and there's some ego, but then you got to like grow through those pains. And then once you get to that point, it's...
Yeah, people are human at the end of the day.
100%.
And you don't want to make anybody feel, you know, that you're being either disingenuous or unkind or unsympathetic. So there's a point where you try to surround yourself and you try to be in a band with people that have those qualities. And that's we've been somewhat lucky with,
Yeah, I love that. And, I had on my podcast, I think it was like last month, Fear of Water.
Mhm.
And I just want to mention that the collaboration you did with him was phenomenal.
Thank you.
It was so cool. He's like, I'm like, man, this kid's going to go places.
Yeah,
I say
yeah,
kid. I mean, he's an adult, but
Yeah. Dave's a great song. And Kyle did a great job producing it. And I'm real proud of that one.
Yeah, I just wanted to applaud you for that.
Thank you.
So lastly, can you tease us with any maybe information on upcoming new music, collaboration?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Stuff we can look forward to?
I'm teed up to do some collabs, I believe, with Hyra the Hero, and one other one that is already recorded that I've been asked to not mention. We have a new song coming out May 21st. It's called Underdog. We're currently playing it live, so if you can make it out to the next 8 dates, you can check it out.
You can check it out before, yeah.
Absolutely. And that one drops May 21st everywhere. There's a pre-order on a baseball tee and a pennant, a little foam finger that comes with it.
Beautiful, I love that.
It's a cool little pre-package. And then outside of that, we're doing Blackstone Cherry, July, August, going over the UK shortly after, and then Australia, New Zealand, and Japan.
Wow, busy man. That's all in 2024?
All the way through the end of this year.
Well, wow, you are maximizing the 24 hours in each day that you have.
Yes, we are.
Awesome, Elias. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I just appreciate you, and you are awesome.
Thank you. Thanks. Good to meet you.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Teaser Talk. Head over to teasertalk.com to subscribe so you don't miss out on another episode. Until next week, keep rocking.